Hey, friend. I want to tell you a story today. I have six daughters, and when they were all little, eight of us would walk into a grocery store together. And every single time, without fail, someone would look at us and say, "Wow, you have your hands full." And after hearing that approximately 1,956 times, I started to believe it. Yeah, my hands are full. They're way too full, and I have no help, and this is too hard. And I'm so overwhelmed with the responsibility and the needs and the hard, and it's all too much. I am too much. And I became convinced it would always be too much. But I want to back up because before that lie took root, there were others. And I want to tell you about the ones that lived in my body and in the kitchen and into the bathroom mirror. I've always had a thing for Oreos. Cookies came in threes for me. That's just how it goes. I eat three and then three more. And then somehow I've eaten 9 Oreos and I'm standing in the kitchen and it's 10 o'clock at night and I'm wondering what just happened. I would forget to eat during the day because there were kids and laundry and business to run and a husband to love and a church to serve. And then by the time the kids were in bed, I was starving. And whatever was in front of me was going to be eaten. And the lie I told myself was simple. I have no self-control around food. I am just someone who can't stick to anything. And I believed it for years. And in that season, I was going to the gym and I was paying a trainer and I was showing up, but I could never stick to a nutrition plan. I would gain 2 pounds and the lie grew louder. I've tried everything. My body doesn't respond. This is just who I am now. And here's what I want you to understand about lies. They don't just sit there, they grow, they change shape. And the longer you hear them, the more they feel like truth. They stop feeling like an accusation and they start feeling like a fact. Dr. Henry Cloud teaches what he calls the death spiral of a leader, and it applies to this. He describes how believing lies follows a pattern, 3 stages that take a small, painful thought and turn it into a true prison. First, the lie becomes personal. I have no self-control. I am too much. It starts small, it's specific, and then it becomes pervasive. I have absolutely no self-control. I am all too much. It is all too much. It becomes more than being about one moment. It starts being about everything. Every time I try, I fail. Every plan falls apart. Every weekend ends up the same way. And then it becomes permanent. I have no self-control. I'm too much. This will always be too much. But when the lie becomes permanent, we stop fighting it. We just live inside the lie. Are the lies in your life personal right now? Identity lies? Are they pervasive where it feels like they're over the whole environment? Or do they feel like they'll always be that way in a permanent state? I want you to sit with that for a second because most of us are living inside a permanent lie that started as a passing thought from a stranger in the grocery store, or a number on the scale, or a voice from our past that we never should have given a microphone in our life. And now it lives rent free in our heads. And the lie doesn't just sit there, it becomes your truth. And it shapes how you see yourself, how you show up, what you believe is possible for you. And it becomes the lens through which you see and filter every single experience. And that lens has to change. And here's what it looks like. First, you have to think about what you're thinking about. You have to take every thought captive, which means you have to pause for a minute and say, what lies were once just one passing thought that became something I'm identifying with, something that is pervasive through my life and feels like it will always be that way? And you have to ask yourself some questions. And you ask yourself, is this true? Is it really true? Is it really, really true? Because the truth is, we have to take every thought as Christ followers and make them obedient to Christ. So what is the truth? Or what is a truth in this moment that you can replace the lie with so you can have victory? So here's what it looks like. I have no self-control with food becomes I am learning to fuel my body so well that I stop craving the things that were once filling the gap. Number 2, I'll never be able to lose this weight becomes I'm a person who's building the habits that are changing my body from the inside out. I am too much, and it will always be too much because I am an overcomer. That was a season, but not my whole story. That was my past, but it doesn't mean that's my future. And how do you replace the lie that your hands are too full with a truth? Yes, my hands are full, full of wonderful things. Your tiny step today is to determine one lie that you have been believing that has become pervasive in your life or even permanent. And I want you to replace it with a compelling truth. The compelling truth is not a denial, it's a truth. It's something you can actually believe even a little today. I want you to write it down. I want you to say it out loud multiple times a day. Maybe hang it in your pantry or on your steering wheel in your car. Put it in multiple places so that you can read it out loud with conviction every day. Because your story you tell yourself about yourself becomes the story you live. So let's make sure it's a true one as you walk into the future as a healthy version of you. Friend, you are an overcomer. You just have to dare to begin. So let's begin.